What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie298 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. And I never do this because it doesn't perform very well on the channel, but I'm going to make a special exception for this game. It's Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm super excited. Potentially game of the year. I'm filming this live on Twitch while everybody watches, by the way. This is my second attempt because I got a donation in the middle of it. If you have not seen this trailer on your own, you should go watch it somewhere. Go watch it on your own right now instead of watching it here, because I'm going to pause and talk about individual things as we watch this. So go watch it somewhere else. You can watch it on the PlayStation channel, Xbox channel, GameSpot channel. I'm watching it on the GameSpot channel right now. And then we're going to break it down as we go to the stuff that I find most interesting to me. Here we go. Let's get into it.
They'll probably hang you, buddy.
So presumably this is the new guy. He's no Marston, but who knows? We'll see.
Coming, buddy.
In the late 1800s, America was evolving, on its way to becoming the most powerful country in the world.
Beautiful.
New immigrants arrived, thriving outposts became towns, and civilization was spreading rapidly into the huge, wild, and lawless frontier.
All right, so first off, they showed us more in the first 30 seconds of this trailer than you'll see everywhere. And I gotta say, at the end of this trailer, they do say this is running on in-game engine. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's running on a PlayStation or an Xbox One, but it does look absolutely incredible. These graphics are incredible. But so far, we've already seen night and day. We've already seen some explosions. We've seen some really great graphics. Rockstar always manages to make some really amazing graphics, especially for the single player. That's what I was worried about with this game. I was worried that they weren't going to make it single player oriented. It looks very single player oriented. We still don't know what multiplayer is going to look like. But the single player stuff looks so good already.
With Red Dead Redemption 2, Rockstar Games aims to create a
Look at these
living
mountains.
world.
And look at this
It's
beautiful
not simply
world.
open,
This is gorgeous.
but deeper.
All right, watch as he rolls in the mud
interactive
and the
and
mud
detailed
gets
than
on his
ever.
clothes. Now, surely that's a cutscene, but
Combining
not
action,
really, because then they immediately go into what looks like actual
storytelling,
combat.
We need to get those people warned.
Look at these footprints left in the snow.
gameplay
Did you see those footprints left in the snow? Stuff like that, the dirt getting rolled into his clothing as he rolls out the window, which is just a costume change, realistically, but it looks gorgeous. The tracks in the snow, we've seen that done in games before. Horizon Zero Dawn comes to mind. But gorgeous nonetheless. It's details like that that really make a Rockstar game a Rockstar game. Most people, when they make a really giant game, they don't do the details. Rockstar manages to. I wish it was a PC version, but this version of this game is I mean, it looks gorgeous if the game holds up. Keep in mind, the final product may not look like this, but
new ways. As you live,
combat seems
ride,
much
and
improved,
fight
but
to
we'll talk about it
survive
as we get further into
as
the
an
trailer. I've already
outlaw
seen this
in a
trailer.
notorious gang.
As long as we get paid or you get shot, I'm happy.
I love the idea of working with a whole gang and keeping a whole gang happy and adding more players to your gang and more characters to your gang. Great idea. Reminds me of
The
Fallout
game
4.
is an attempt to capture this pivotal moment when the age of outlaws was ending and the modern world was born. There is a huge world to explore, set across a range of America's heartland and frontier.
Now, they've shown us a lot art at this point. We've already seen weather effects. We've already seen lighting effects. We've already seen night and day. We've seen all kinds of cool stuff. This looks massive. The problem is whenever they have a giant version of a game like this, sometimes the world is pretty empty. I really hope this world does not turn out to be empty. Now, it seems like there's plenty of people in the cities, and it seems like there's plenty of people in encampments, and it seems like there's plenty of wildlife in between those areas. But I hope there's a lot of more interesting stuff. I hope they take a note from like Breath of the Wild, where there's just got to be interesting stuff and interesting people in between the major plot points in the major areas. I hope so. I hope it's not designed like a Ubisoft game, which has a lot of empty space with nothing interesting to do, just collectibles.
From harsh mountain trails and dense forests to untamed swamplands and sweeping deserts.
And we know that they've
Rugged
improved
livestock
hunting.
towns to modernizing
They're going to show that in a
cities
minute. But let's take a minute to look at this city. So obviously this is a period of time where electricity is not going to be in every encampment, but there's going to be a few cities that are lit up like this at night. Wow, this is incredible. Wow, this is gorgeous. I love, just the environmental effects are really incredible. Now we're about to see a cast of characters, and let's see if you can recognize some of these characters and if they have analogs in the real world, because one immediately comes to mind, and that's Edison. I'll show you who I'm
and
talking
much
about
more.
here.
All populated with a diverse cast of characters from turn-of-the-century
Does that look like
life.
Thomas Edison kind of to you?
Please.
Doesn't look like him, but that would be interesting though.
You
Again,
play
look at
as
the
Arthur
wagon
Morgan,
wheels
a trusted
leaving
seeming
trails
gun
in the
with
mud. That's
Vanderlyn,
gorgeous. That's incredible
a band of
detail.
outlaws and outcasts on the run from the pressures of civilized life.
We're gonna borrow a little money from old Uncle Sam and be out of his hair once and for all.
Each time they're forced to flee an area, the gang sets up a camp as a base.
I love that
This
idea
is where
as
gang
well.
members eat, sleep, perform chores, play games, and share stories.
Anyway, I got caught by some hill country sheriff stealing a chicken, I think it was. And he decided I was going to be hanged for it.
So the idea of going out and collecting gang members to add to your camp, to add to your stuff, that sounds amazing to me. That sounds fantastic to me. Like I said, it reminds me of Fallout 4. A lot of little subplots, a lot of little subquests. I hope that they learned a little something from Witcher 3, which in the hopes that there's like branching storylines that affect further storylines down the road, rather than just one consequential story like you saw in the last Grand Theft Auto game. That's wishful thinking, I think. But it would be really cool if things, depending on which characters you collected, which characters you met, which characters you pissed off, which characters you have happy. That would be really great. But that seems like it's asking a lot. It's asking them to not just create an incredibly gorgeous game, but also make it as deep as The Witcher 3, which seems impossible. But let's hope for the best.
These are the people Arthur calls family, and you will get to know each gang member over the course of the game.
So, you save the silly bastard's life, then you and him go robbing sheep.
Helping the camp with food and supplies will keep morale high, while spending time with other gang members can reveal new secrets, fun things to do, and opportunities for mischief.
How about you and me go and redistribute?
And we're already seeing a ton
some
of mini games
In
and mini
out of
quests and mini
camp,
stuff.
the
That's
world is
gorgeous.
alive
Absolutely
and responds
gorgeous.
to the player.
Well, ain't this a rare treat?
Okay, so all right, anytime we ever see a fat guy in a video game, I'm going to be excited about that. Can we talk about the fat guy in the video game? There's a fat guy in the video game. I think it would be really hard to get that fat at this period of time. I hope he has like a corn farm or something like that. Like, how did you manage to get that fat, buddy? But either way, it's just nice to see a fat guy in a video game. Thank you, Rockstar. I hope his name is Boogie. Thank you.
And your guns aren't the only way to interact with the environment. Call out to a passing rider.
That's a nice horse.
Talk yourself into trouble with a local.
All right, so look at the bottom right-hand corner. You're going to see aim weapon as R2. You're going to see, I can't make that out. The other one is antagonize. So this is very similar to the bully system, where you could basically either provoke somebody or appease somebody in the game Bully. I think that's great. So you can basically upset somebody till they attack, or you can attack them, or you could try to make them happy, or you could just try to ride on by. If there's a lot of interactivity with the different NPCs. That's a great system. That's a really good system. I wish that was in Grand Theft Auto.
Local tough guy.
Clear out.
Or out of trouble with a town sheriff. Or intimidate a witness into silence, and more.
Keep your mouth.
So earlier it said greet. If you see in the bottom right corner, now we have threaten. I can't make out the next one. The next one is beat. So again, this is just a great way to interact with characters in the game. And I think it's great. You can intimidate them. You can attack them. It's basically the bully system. And I love it. I think that's absolutely a brilliant addition to any game, open world game otherwise.
Now shut. You're dead, friend.
You don't want to involve yourself with this.
Confrontations can be escalated or diffused.
Take it easy.
We have
Do
rob,
what you want. I don't
You can
antagonize.
form friendships.
God, you did it.
Or make enemies as you choose.
You killed my cousin, you sick son of a bitch!
Your
Shoot her.
actions have consequences.
Shoot her in the head.
And it's up to you to
So the
decide
option to
just
kill this
how
guy or to help
honorable
him?
Arthur is.
Should I have killed you, Jimmy Brooks?
Shooting and fighting have both been radically improved.
Which
to make combat
let's be honest with you, shooting and fighting needed to be radically improved, not just over Red Dead, but also over Grand Theft Auto. There's a lot of room for improvement. Hopefully Rockstar spent a lot of time to make the mechanics of the game better than they had previously been. That would be very exciting for me.
deep and engaging at all times. Each weapon
Yeah, that
has
fist
unique
fighting looks pretty good.
characteristics, with realistic reload and recoil that always keeps the player grounded and connected.
So look
to
at
the
some of these
action in the
animations for shooting. Some of them are kind of boring, some are pretty exciting.
gunfight. In a similar way, the bond with your horse is crucial and changes based on your treatment of the animal.
That reminds me of Breath of the Wild, obviously, by the way. Just a little tiny bit where you're collecting horses and training horses. But if it goes deeper here, that's a really cool system because horses are super important. You don't have cars in this game. Horses are as important as cars. And horses are living animals, so you got to please them and keep them happy. I can only imagine how frustrating it'll be to have a very happy, healthy horse with good stats who gets shot at some point and you lose them. But who knows? There might be some respawn system or horse doctor or veterinarian. But really, I think this is a really smart way to do it.
Hold still, girl.
Some breeds are better suited for certain tasks.
I got a fella been looking for a decent workhorse like this for a while.
Your saddle and saddlebags can store extra weapons, along with supplies and animal carcasses that you pick up while out roaming or hunting.
Okay, before we talk about hunting here, let me just go ahead and say that you will have to buy bigger stables in Red Dead Auto Online. And there's eventually going to be really crazy horses like Tron horses and speeder bike horses and helicopter horses and tank horses. That's my prediction. It's all going to be a giant stable instead of a giant garage in Red Dead Redemption Online. We'll see.
Over time, the bond between you and your horse will grow, making them easier to control in tense situations.
Yeah, he's a great
Look at these
horse.
animations right here when he's
The
knocking
devil
people off the
got him.
horse. It's gorgeous. It's so gorgeous.
A rich and varied ecosystem
I can't wait to kill that
thrives
moose.
in the world,
Get 'em.
full of predators,
Crocodiles.
prey, and scavengers.
What
all
are those,
smart
eagles?
and sometimes deadly.
Bears versus wolves.
I'll show you how we hunt one.
Hunting helps the camp or earns you money. Wound an animal and you'll have to track them down.
I mean, that
Animal
seems very
parts
Far
and
Cry
other items you
primally to
find
me.
can be traded for cash to use at general stores, gunsmiths, saloons, and elsewhere.
This is God's own country, and I feel I'm in purgatory.
This is a world that is rich in depth and detail.
Seriously, look at the detail on all of
All
this.
designed
Whether
to
it's
be
the
explored
animals,
on
the
horseback
background, the
or
lighting.
on
Oh
foot.
my god.
As you live the fateful journey of a gang of outlaws on the run across America. In the next gameplay video, we'll look at missions, activities, enemy gangs, robberies, other things to do, and much more, including the evolution of sharpshooting using the
Look at
Deadeye
this
system.
sharpshooting system. Look at the Deadeye system. It's so incredible. This is so incredible. Okay, I can't wait to mess with that. It's I love special powers in these types of games. So overall, is this the game I was hoping it would be? It really looks pretty close. I mean, we're going to get to see a lot more. It's only a couple of months till release, so I'm kind of worried that we haven't seen very much of the game, but what we're seeing now is pretty incredible. We still know nothing about online or multiplayer. I really wish we knew when a PC version was coming out, but otherwise, the hype is real. The hype is real. I mean, God of War was easily my game of the year so far this year. I thought Smash could be a contender for that, just for replayability. Red Dead looks like it might be getting it. All right, guys. Let me know what you thought of this video. Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, buy me prize, whatever it is you guys do to get my videos delivered to you. Guys, as always, thanks for watching. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon.